Most men are actually weak. So because of their weakness, some of them step into the gym to get strong, to build confidence. But a lot of bodybuilders are actually lazy, to be very, very real. They rely on that their looks, right? Looks are very powerful because anybody looking at somebody with muscles, we think the person can fight. But in reality, I have seen somebody smaller than somebody else twerk somebody his size. And why this resonates with me is because I want you to become big and dangerous. Now, for context, for a background, I was bullied heavily when I was young. And in that process, I felt like, okay, I'm tired of being bullied. So when I was getting to college, I started to hit the gym, I started bulking up, I started trying to get big. In the process, I literally saw somebody who was smaller than me twerk somebody my size. Then it dawned on me that learning how to fight, right, is building my confidence. But deep down, I know that somebody can still beat me. To be very, very frank, right, coming from somebody who was bullied and promised to never be bullied again, although in my story, I was a little bit of a bully too, I made sure that I tried my possible best to learn how to fight. And learning how to fight taught me something, right? Learning how to fight is just as important as learning how to fight will teach you something important, which is when not to fight. Because learning to building muscles will increase your confidence. But learning how to fight, that is MMA, would actually boost your mental toughness. If you listen to bodybuilders speak over your earphones without looking at them, you can, to some extent, maybe have an idea that this person has some level of confidence, some good amount of testosterone. But if you listen to an MMA fighter speak, the difference is clear. Because MMA person realizes that everything happens here. So he's fixed up here already. He's tough up here already. Now, regarding you being big and dangerous, most people are very big, right? But they are slow, quite all right. Although I'll talk about something, I'll give you a bonus at the end regarding this point. But they are slow. They are big, but they are slow. They rely on their size to kind of intimidate people, at the same time attract people. While some people are very, very slim, right, small, but they are fast. Where I want it to be is to find the proper balance where you have muscles, yet those muscles are functional. You are building muscles that are making you attractive. Because to be very frank, this combination will make you more attractive than most bodybuilders, right? Because you have good cardio in. You have good body conditioning in. In the process, you're building a proper aesthetic body, right? Now, to be very frank, if you look at most of these aesthetic gym guys, you get to realize that most of them rely on social media editing or lights to show their body. But if you truly practice this right, you get to understand that by default, it comes out. By default, you have good cardio, your abs are coming out, everything is coming out as it is. So now, one mistake I think I made, right, when I started this, trying to prioritize everything at once. But to be very frank, that's a very big problem and that's a very big mistake because you really cannot prioritize everything at once. Now, in this case now, for most people, if you're trying to become big and dangerous, you should know this. Obviously your time and physical energy are limited. You should take note of that. But for most people, time management is not the problem. Energy management is not the problem. The real problem is what? Clarity. They really do not know what they want because in this particular idea of being big and dangerous, there are three groups of people. The first group of people are people who are big, they are weightlifters, they are bodybuilders, but they want to know how to throw punches, right? They want to know how to throw punches, they want to know how to deliver some moves, which is okay, right? Which is very, very okay. And then most of these guys, they are more at the gym, so they work out maybe like 5-6 times a week at the gym, and they're either learning how to box or learning some martial arts twice a week, which is okay. Once or twice a week is fair. Because you being big, right, you can take out half the men in the world, 50%. And learning how to do a couple of moves gets you like 60 to 70% of people. Now, I'm just pulling these numbers out of my head. The second group of people are people who are like, they are fighters. They are pro-body fighters, they are pro fighters, right? Or majorly fighting focused, MMA focused. They are at the gym like twice, 3 times. They're training 4 times a week. Now, you should know that if you're on my channel, you should get to realize that we always like the best of both worlds. So now, we take a balanced approach to it. Now, when I say balance, I don't mean everything is a priority. When we say balance in that context is, there's a nice blend of bodybuilding, at the same time, a nice blend of learning how to fight. At the moment of making this video, at the moment, let me take a sidetrack. I'm currently lifting weights. I am doing MMA. I am doing boxing. Now, I will not recommend this for anybody, but I'm doing it because, well, I just feel like doing it because I think I want to try out different fights. So when I'm doing MMA and boxing, I mean, those can lay foundation for other things, but sorry for digressing. So knowing that your physical strength and your time is limited, I'm only going to speak about hybrid here, where we're combining the best of both. The best of both. And this is my combination. MMA is 3 times a week, right? Two drills, one sparring. Full body. The gym is 3 times a week. Strength training is 3 times a week. 3 times a week, I am working on compound workouts that involve multiple groups because I don't have time to hit chest today, hit arms tomorrow, do the bro split. I don't have time for that. And I don't really like the idea of push, pull, leg. I rather just go full body workouts, progressive overload. I just get something working basically. Simple. And one thing I say is, because of what I'm doing, I don't have time for fancy workouts. Fancy workouts are things like Bulgarian splits. So I focus on things like chest press, deadlifts, although if I hated deadlifts, hip thrust, bent over rows, shoulder press, mobility press, press that will involve multiple muscles together. And I keep it very, very simple. Now for the MMA, 3 times a week, boxing 3 times a week. Now, if you want me to discuss how my timetable feels like, you can type it out in the comment section. Although I know that I'm breaking the rule of rest, I'm not going to lie to you. The only reason that is so is because I am currently having a challenge where I must work out twice every day. That is the reason I'm doing this. And by the way, when I'm at the gym, because of my working out twice a day, I am not pushing myself to the max. I am not intentionally. But when I'm done with the 75 hard, I'll find the proper balance. So everything I say here, please bear with me. So there are 4 aspects to this, right? We have the strength training, the MMA, 5. Strength training, MMA, diet and nutrition, mobility and flexibility, rest and recovery. So I told you for the gym, basically simple, lift 3 times a week, only full body, keep it simple, don't make it complex. 90 minutes is fair. 2 hours is a disaster. And when I'm also doing that, I'm also adding some cardio to all my full body. It's either burpees or it's skips. And one of those my days of working out involves calisthenics. To be very frank, let's call gym 4 times a week, not 3 times. The 4th time is calisthenics. We also have MMA where I train 3 times a week. I'll say 6 because I do MMA itself 3 times, boxing 3 times. It's my blend, so I'm sorry. I'm giving what I do. I'm not giving what you should do. So now, by daily, your mobility and flexibility is very important because, to be very frank, a lot of people have usually gotten injuries because of I focused only on kicking. I didn't realize that I need to work on my flexibility. So I did that on Thursdays, on Sunday afternoon. Then you have diet and nutrition. Your diet and nutrition, you have to consume a lot of calories. You have to step up your caloric intake because MMA and cardio will gas you out. You need a lot of calories for that. And how you get that in is your business. I'm not going to recommend any particular diet. Look for a diet that works for you in this context. Because to be very frank, a lot of diets out there are fads. It's the simple diets that always work. The diets that accounts for your caloric expense, your BMI, which is your basal metabolic rates, and everything should be very important. So I'm aiming for about 3,000 to 5,000 calories, depending on my activity for that day. Now, rest and recovery. Yes, I'm a big believer that I'm to rest 1 or 2 days, but the honest truth is that most of my challenge, I do what is called active resting. So active resting, I'm like Sunday where I'm stretching, or I'm going on a walk, I'm doing yoga. I'll call that my rest day. I call it my rest because I'm not doing something that's extremely strenuous. But apart from that, I really don't rest. Sad news. So one other major myth that I've come to realize is, I think I realized this later after I have been in the game. It's one thing for you to be in the game, right? What I mean being in the game is looking from any situation outside. You look from any situation outside, you will assume that some things are true. But for example, some things that sound true but not true is, if you have muscles, it's going to slow down your progress in learning how to fight. Not really. A couple of people have muscles and yet they know how to fight. Some people are big and they're also fast. Look at people like Mike Tyson. Look at boxers. Look at heavyweight boxers. Those guys have muscles, yet they are very fast, some of them. So to further prove to you that that's a myth, it's just something that's holding people back. And to be very frank, it did hold me back. It did hold me back. I'm not going to lie to you. And at some point, there's probably some idea in your head that is not correct, but it's holding you back. So please look out for people. If you have an idea in your head that you think is holding you back, try looking for somebody else who has done it. There's always somebody. And if you don't find somebody, try to be that person yourself. Now, I am not a professional MMA fighter, neither am I a professional boxer. Now, I intend to fight amateur. The reason I intend to fight amateur, or the reason I'll go for real sparring, is because training for a fight will boost you. I will make your training much more intentional. Because, see this way, the people who want to learn certain skills, right? Who will buy courses, they might stay stuck for years because there's no level of information you will get and you conclude saying that you're fine. No, at some point you will feel empty. You will feel like you need to learn more. But the reality is that if you force yourself to start a business, if you force yourself to start creating content, before you start taking courses, you would improve better than somebody who has been spending years taking courses, right? Although I would say it's, if you want to learn something new, take that course, take it for like maybe a month or two and start something. Hit a roadblock, fail at it, and improve. That is the reason I'm taking this approach to learning how to fight. So I know within myself that I can't be bullied. I know within myself that I am capable. And one thing for sure I know is that you might say, oh, am I learning how to fight so I can bully people? No, not really. But one thing I know for sure is that there is no virtue, right? Hear me out. There's no virtue in not knowing how to fight. The real virtue knows that you're dangerous. You know how to fight, but you choose not to. Sometimes, learning how to fight will teach you how to dissolve cases mentally first before you dissolve them physically. And something that I would recommend every single man on this planet knows how to do. It will give you an edge over other men. It will make you confident. It will make you mentally tough. It will make you more attractive. And I don't know any guy who doesn't want to be more attractive. Although deep down you may want to say things like, oh no, it's shallow. My guy, it is okay for you to do things to make you more attractive. So if you made it this far, I'll say thank you very much. Let's talk in the comment section. Oh, no, rather still, share this video with somebody who might need it, because to be very frank, we need more guys to become big and dangerous. We need more guys to get mentally tough. This mental toughness we are referring to is a step in fixing masculinity problems all over the world. So thank you very much. Share my video. Let's build that community. Let's make that move. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon. And bye for now.